13 years, desperately trying to get this, the Holy Grail, the picture of me and Nile. I've been on stage at the Ritz twice in my life. Once was the best time ever, and the other was one of the worst. I'll save that one till the end of this video. So Chic and Nile Rodgers played the Manchester Ritz in May 2013. It was a big deal. It's sold out gig. I knew the gig promoters at the time, a couple of mates. I'd been DJing for 10 years, run a couple of successful club nights, put out some remixes. Everything I'd ever did musically harks back to Nile Rodgers. Whether it was a guitar riff in a remix or a song or production that a DJ and played out. They knew I was a safe pair of hands. Knew I loved Chic. Knew I'd be cheap because I loved Chic, and asked me to do it. I mean, I would have paid money to DJ at that. So to get paid and DJ for my idol, yeah, it doesn't get better than that. And as well as being chuffed, I shot myself, this is a big deal. This is my hero. What if I screwed up? What if I did a train wreck mix? What if I played a Duff song that he hated and he just like made him wince? I don't want to see Nile Rodgers wince. That's nightmare tackle. I was telling him before, he actually came to Manchester a couple of years earlier. Dave Haslam interviewed him at the Design Centre in Hume. And I always remember at the end, everyone was queuing up to get the stuff signed, like a lot of people do. I don't really go in for that. I don't really go in for the Kiss Caesar's ring type of thing. So I just left it. I just sat at the side, waiting for my mate to come out. And now came walking out to go to his desk to start signing stuff. And he saw me and he looked at me and he was like, "What? Are you all right?" And I just grinned, and he was cool with it. He just nodded back. And it's just a tiny little moment, but he cares about his fans. He wants people to be all right. And he's just he's one of life's good guys. Anyway, I asked my mate Damien, who I'd run Clique with. We put out remixes as the Clique organisation, aka as a nod to the Chic organisation, equally as into Chic as each other. We DJed club nights alongside like Hot Chip and LCD Sound System, Franz Ferdinand, Florence and the Machine. Well, this is the top dog. As for the fee, DJ Omerta, you're not allowed to say, so I'm not going to say. But I will say that Nile got paid 150 times more than me. I'm about 0.666 recurring 1% of Nile Rodgers. I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. So actually doing it, it's a few thousand people around like 7:30. It wasn't the wildest DJ set of my life, but it was probably the most important. So I'm there DJ and I'm playing a song, and it was Love Unlimited, Under the Influence of Love, and Nile comes out, and this is pretty special because before me and Damien started Clique, one of the songs that he sent me and blew my mind was that. He'd heard it at the Heavenly Social in London. That song's playing in the background, and Nile comes out. And he's man, he's wearing all white. It is like Jesus coming into town. It's like disco Jesus. And he's grinning, he's happy, and he's got a camera. And I, more than anything in the world, I want a picture of me and Nile Rodgers. So Nile Rodgers hugs us, hugs me and Damien. Nile's in the middle, and he gets one of his guys to take a photo of us. And Nile looks at it and Nile goes, no, take it again. So he takes another one. So we got 2 photos. And I was like, yes, man. I'm going to get this framed. I'm going to pretty 6 foot tall and framed. This is amazing. I was over the moon about this. So I was asking Damien about this the other day, and he said, I remember clambering off in undignified fashion as they came on. Bags, coats, CDs falling out everywhere. And I remember that. I remember that it wasn't the right way to end a DJ set, just rushing off, clambering out stuff, making sure nothing was left on there. It was an amazing gig. When Johnny Marr came out, he gets everyone on stage at the end. It's wild, it's chaos, it's a classic. A few weeks passed, nothing. And so I start pestering him. I want this photo more than anything. So I'm pestering him, and he's promising it, he's putting us off. And obviously he's a busy man. At this point, he was probably the most in-demand musician in the world. As well, and get lucky. So he was enormous. And he still had the time to message back and say, "Oh, sorry guys, just a bit busy." Nile finally replies with, "I spilled water in my computer. Oh, this is the only photo I've got." And it's a photo of everyone on stage. It isn't me, Damien, and him. So I'm gutted. And there's tons of photos and videos online of the gig. And obviously not in any of them, but I just thought there might be something. And I did find a Flickr account. I did find a Flickr account by a guy called Simon Knox. He's made some brilliant photos on there. And he's just emailed me now saying it's okay, I can use a picture actually. So nice one. Cheers, Simon. Thank you. I will link to his Flickr and socials in the caption below. Yeah, do follow him. So this is an ongoing thing for 13 years. Me desperately trying to get this, the Holy Grail, the picture of me and Nile. And I see Simon Knox's pictures, and he's got like there's a lot of different pictures. You'll see them there. And I'm thinking maybe you got one when Nile first come out. Maybe you got a picture. I messaged him on Flickr. Months passed, didn't hear anything, and then months later he finally replies and he says, like, yeah, maybe, yeah, I think I do. Let me check. And he comes back and he's found one. He's found a picture of Nile while the support DJs are on, and it's perfectly framed. There's a picture of Nile and there's a DJ. The DJ isn't me, it's Damien. I'm nowhere to be seen. I mean, and I'm not I'm not in it, basically. I'm not in this picture. I mean, I'm chuffed for Damien, but I'm pretty gutted for me. But Damien did dig out this picture that he took of me. I think I demanded this at the start of the gig. It's just me stood on the stage. I'm about to DJ for my all-time hero. That is the stance of the luckiest man alive. I remember at the time someone saying, it's not the real Chic though, is it? Like we're touring with the fake Temptations or something. Bucks Fizz, or that Frankie Goes to Hollywood with no original members. Anyway, I promised my other rich story. Back in like the mid-90s, I had turned 14. I just started to go into gigs with my mates in Manchester. I got away with it someday. I was a 14-year-old kid. I had pretty lawless times. I just discovered crowd surfing, and I love crowd surfing. We planned the song to crowd surf to before the gig. Simple times, no internet, nothing else to do. Anyway, so the gig I went to, I think it was 1995, was early 1995 at the Ritz, and the gig was Menswear of Daydreamer fame. They get a lot of shit menswear, but I think, that song's a good song, good pop band. Like, knockoff Suede, bargain basement Suede. They're fine, they're all right. They're playing the Ritz. Me and my mates are all there. I get on stage, I'm pretty sure it's Daydreamer, and I'm crowd surfing. I get off and I get pushed on stage. And I remember being on the stage and not knowing what to do, just looking around kind of panicked. Seeing the guitarist next to me, I think his name's Chris, little sort of indie guy. Seeing the guitarist like smiling at me, coming towards me. And I just kind of... I didn't know what to do. I just panicked and shoved him really hard, and then jumped into the crowd and crowd surfed away. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he fell over. And Chris, if you're out there, I'm really sorry then. And that's my 2 times I was on stage at the Ritz. I don't know what my next one will be. The 3rd time's the charm.